come and risk it all. Boy, this ain't the line to overstep with. Swing that pole about my brother. All I know we stick together. Niggas hide, pray he duck this missile. That nigga too official. Dream about the devil, all his killing, I won't let him get me. Millionaire.
Yep, this boy just got killed. 16th and right here by 16th and Pulaski.
Burke Street Man was at the forefront of it.
She don't put a headshot. Dolphin tell me what it's like. If you stupid too, she told you about stopping at the light.
Especially because when it came to rapping, he hit the scene with such songs as, like WTF and Off the Map.
Boy, you gonna if we catch him. How you gonna defeat the drop? Last night he should've died. Oh, bro, X time. How y'all spin the drop? 40 shells and miss you niggas high. I've been trying to spit every day, just ask the guys. Niggas troll, long range, got they low on me. Fight, try run, but he tripped. He should've had his shoes tied. Big B's, Bird Street. Niggas play with us, gon' die.
But the song that caught the general public's attention was Get Over.
Go ask that rapper consequences. You gon' get some dissing. They left us on me in that CA. Tell him before I miss him. Any niggas disrespect the memory, he gon' beat the fishes. They know we stand on business.
As you most likely know, Man reps Burke Street, and that's under the umbrella of Zoogang. And if you want more on where the name Zoogang comes from, refer to our previous videos. Zoogang has some of the most popular rappers in Philly, such as Poundside Pop, OT7 Quani and the rest of NR3, as well as Diamond Street Keem. Zoogang's main ops, the Flags, has their rappers too, such as NSU Shido, G's, Erd, and YP Slumboy. And they drop music as consistently as Zoogang, but when it came to popularity it was more so Zoogang that got the clout for music. People started to think differently of the beef. Strictly because of the content of the song and how disrespectful it was at the time. Again, like we said to the public, it looks like Zoogang is winning all the way around, from the music and popularity if you just look at how social media paints it. But once YP dropped that song, more attention was paid to their camp, and not even a week after 6 Feeters dropped, Man dropped his own version of it, and that took off immediately.
Why these niggas tryna act hard like Drizzy wasn't slumped all in that backyard? Heard Zebo tryna run, they said it's fat ass ain't get that far. Put Vito in and Shaw's run, turn bumper into track stars. We always in the back so we can meet up in the yard. Bag, no sympathy, we knock your face off if we catch you waving flags. We throw fours all in the air, smoke a op, then make 'em rap. Zito drop back for the dead. They got zombies tryna rap. Police coming in their cars. Let's run.
Before we get too deep into this part of the story, we're going to go all the way back to the start of it, back to when both of these camps were mutual before even the Black Flag name came about. They were all cool. Man and members of BSN were very much friends with people like Erd and G's. Erd and Man were real tight, as they and a lot of other people involved in this went to the same school, Dobbins. You could see each side in pictures and video with each other, but it all went left when a Blumberg member got into it with no lack, and it all was supposed to just be a fight, but that particular Blumberg member ended up getting jumped. As a disclaimer, we stand on not putting out names if the person is still out here and active on the streets. We will only add the name if they are deceased, sentenced for anything they are connected to, or if they're a rapper. And if you are mentioned, it won't be in an incriminating way. Remind you, this Blumberg member was jumped, and it got to a point where talking it out wasn't going to happen. In 2018, No Lack's license plate was figured out and word spread across the Flags. Whenever it was seen, give the call and action would happen, and that's exactly what happened. A call was put in by another hood in North Philly, that Nolak's car was seen, and not too long after that, he was killed. Nolak was a big loss and a turning point in the beef. Now people from Diamond Street, Burke Street, 24th Street and Blumberg were forced to pick a side. That same year Man was allegedly shot when Burke Street was spun on by Blumberg. The Blum at the time didn't claim this incident, and Man ended up getting arrested on his juvenile probation for the incident of him getting shot. Man ended up trying to get his revenge, but ended up hitting an innocent victim, who later died at the hospital. This was the official end to any sort of relationship between Burke Street and Blumberg. Shortly after Nolak was killed, a rapper from Blumberg named Calibo was killed after he was seen in 2020. The incident report for Calibo's death states that 2 people were shot on the 100 block of West Girard Avenue on Wednesday, May 6, 2020. At 5 o'clock p.m., Philadelphia police officers responded to the scene and located Zafir Hall suffering from a gunshot wound. Police placed Zafir in their patrol vehicle and quickly rushed him to Temple University Hospital, where he died that evening. A second shooting victim, an 18-year-old black male, received a graze wound to his leg. Cha Glizzy was also killed in 2020, and his death was loosely connected to this beef, but not really. Again, refer to older videos. About a month after Cha's death, Fat Reef from Zoogang was killed right at 23rd and Diamond, and to this day there's a cop car parked right at the intersection of 23rd and Diamond. That's why the flags say the death of Fat Reef made the zoo members move to the backfield. Two people were shot on the 2300 block of Diamond Street on Tuesday, July 14, 2020. At 11:28 p.m., Philadelphia police officers responded to the scene and suffering from a gunshot wound. Sharif was transported to Temple University Hospital, where he died that night. A second victim, a 25-year-old black male, was also shot in this incident. He was taken to the hospital of the University of Pennsylvania for treatment. Sharif Stevens was 20 years old. He resided on North Dover Street.
need two cats to go to sleep. Because when your moms ain't safe up in the street.
And this is why there are a few uneven beefs going on right now. We don't keep score on this channel, but if you know, you know. The purpose of this video is to give examples of mistakes people make on the street every